Well, hey, Gundam Maniacs, welcome to the Gundam Explained Show Live. This is part two or day two of the year in Gundam 2024. And not only do we have our favorite Steven here, Midnight Hatter, but also the birthday boy, is Yannick Shadow of Sieg, New York. What's up, man?
Surprise. What's going on, guys? How's everything?
Uh, no, good, man. It's awesome for you to be a part
Good.
of this just because, you're, on that level when it comes to stuff happening in Gundam every year. So, like, having you on, I think, is helpful,
Oh,
with
yeah.
going through this stuff, getting your point of view
Definitely.
And can we
as
just
well.
spam happy birthday in the chat? Happy birthday, coach.
Yeah, let's spam happy birthday, coach. That's all
That's
you gotta do.
no, that's a
That's
good
my
idea.
nickname in Sig, New York, is coach. So
No, but and also it's cool because you already had a relationship with Bandai Collect, specifically Justin. So when I went to go
yes.
meet him, it was because of you that it made it kind of an easy kind of meetup because you guys had already talked and everything.
Yeah, Justin is a very down to earth person, like I told you before, because you hit me up and you told me what was gonna happen. And I told you the truth, like Justin is a very, very down to earth guy. I geek out with him, man. That's the best. Like, make sure everybody checks out that interview if you didn't, because I enjoyed that interview, to be honest with you.
I
Yeah.
know.
You guys geeked out, you guys connected, and the only person that needs to meet Justice now is Steven.
I know that'd be cool. I
We-
know that's why he was saying, "Hey, try to come out to New York next
yeah,
year," and I need to do that. It would be so cool
yeah,
for all of us to hang out and then get some stuff, and then for the year in Gundam 2025, it'd be even bigger. You know,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Possibly
but
try
Shots
to
on
get some of
me.
the guys on here too. That
yeah,
I get the second round.
okay,
So
we need to do that. Yeah,
definitely
but
we can
yeah,
talk about that down the road.
yeah. So yeah, if you guys haven't watched it, I think I put the link in the description so you would watch it later, obviously. But
Yeah, don't do it
it's
now.
it's for
Not
part
now. Not
one.
now.
At Steven's channel yesterday. It was a lot of fun going through Gunpla Builders World Cup, Gunpla that came out. Um, what else did we cover?
Video
Oh,
games.
the video games. That's right.
Yeah.
And even Crocs.
Yeah.
So
Gundam Crocs.
yeah. But no, for today, for part two, we're gonna cover some cool Gundam content creators, Gunpla builders. Now, these were entries made by fans. So we put the link out there for fans of Gundam. Hey, this year, what were some of your favorite, Gunpla builders, creators in the Gundam universe? But also, we're gonna cover the movies and shows that came out this year because it was pretty cool with what came out. So
I do feel a bit like this is kind of like PBS or not PBS, NPR, where it's like, this show is brought to you by Zeke New York, Art Rovo Gundam, and viewers like you.
that's funny. Well, I'm glad you
That's
brought that up.
That's PBS from back in the day, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go.
no, that's true. I mean, it's really the support of Sieg New York this whole time, and Art Rovo Gundam being a newer support. So actually, let me start with that real quick. So Art Rovo Gundam, the store that sent me over some. Let's see. Where did I put it? Yeah, sent me over some milestones they made this year. If you guys don't know by now, I've been pimping Art Rover Gundam for a little while. He reached out to me. He's got the store link below, and he's all like, "Hey, Adam, I like your content. Let's work together so we can kind of help spread the word of Gundam." And so yeah, I appreciate that so much. So I want to go over some of the things Art Rover Gundam did this year. They opened their digital store at the end of April 2024. So that's not too long ago for a Gundam fan to open a store to start selling stuff. I'm sure we've all kind of thought about that at one point.
Yeah.
What would it be like opening our own shop?
Yeah.
Um, it he began with one distributor, but has now grown to 3 different distributors that he can use to get his stuff. Third quarter of 2024, opened an account with Alliance Games distributor, and I guess this is for trading card games. So along with the Gunpla, the Gundam is trading cards, including Gundam TCG. So maybe we need to
There
have
we go.
Art Rovo kind
Yeah.
of try to get us in as soon as the pre-orders or whatever are
Yeah,
available.
Yeah.
absolutely.
I want to get my hands on those.
Um, okay, so yeah, they began to continue to grow their online presence via Instagram to the point where they gained over 1,000 followers. So that's within a year. That's pretty
Yeah.
good, especially being a store because it's not like it's necessarily like specific creative content.
Yeah.
It's about like presence, letting yourself be
Yeah.
known. You know, um,
You got to get yourself out there, especially when you're a new store or selling anything Gundam wise or anime wise. You always got to promote yourself. You know, I've had a talk with our verbal Gundam about marketing and stuff like that, and gave him a couple pointers of, what I've accomplished with Seek New York, and he's gonna try it out.
that's
Um,
cool.
I,
Yeah, just
I try to help out as much as I can with, especially someone who's close to you and anybody else. So
yeah, and which was another one of the milestones was the sponsorship. So yeah, part of that marketing was him reaching out to me. And it was interesting because when we first did it, I was a little nervous because I was like, I haven't really done something like that before. I don't want to come off as being salesy, but it's been so natural. That is awesome. Um, and then they were able to now, Art Rovo Gundam now can sell through Walmart. So if you have like that Walmart Plus subscription or whatever, and I actually do, we order our groceries from Walmart Plus, and you get Paramount Plus with that. But
Cool.
also, yeah, if you were to buy a kit, it could come from Art Rovo, and you can actually find the store in Walmart, and you get that free 2-day shipping. So
that's
um,
big though. That's big for a short period of time of linking up with
yeah,
Walmart. When you told me that, I was like, wow, like he's making the right choices now. So down the
mhm.
road he made better ones.
Yeah, I know. So so guys, keep that in mind when you're wanting to buy some Gunpla or Gundam related stuff. He's been talking about potentially robot spirits as well. I brought that up, but I don't know what the sales are like for that. But trading card games, even non-Gundam model kit stuff. Yeah, head up Art Rover Gundam, link in the description. And there is a promo code, Gundam Explained 78, so you get free shipping on 2 or more items. Okay.
And it works.
And yeah, I know. It didn't
I've
for a little
used
bit,
it.
but it does now. But yeah, okay. So to move on from that, next up, wanted to talk about the some different Gundam creators and let me bring this up, and yeah, content creators and builders. And again, these were entries by Gundam fans. I did not know all of them until I started seeing them, so that's what's pretty cool. Some I do know. For instance, Chloe's dad. That's a
CD.
recent person that we interviewed on your show,
Yeah.
Stephen.
Yeah, 1/3 of the undergated, and I love, they kind of have a similar origin story to you and I because obviously, CD is West Coast and, Tesseract, Austin, and, Coop are East Coast, so, like, they were able to link up online and kind of build their foundation that way, similar to how, like, I'm East Coast and you're
Yeah,
South. So, um, and they're just such an honest and, like, straight up bunch of guys. That's how I knew that we would all get along because it was like, kind of the no BS mentality that they
Yeah.
no,
bring to the table.
exactly. They are my weekly watch. And I think sometimes they come out with extra videos too. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
keep
They've
an eye out.
definitely given us some pointers, like having segments and, but kind of having much more structure to the show, which I think
Yeah.
it really resonates with people, and they all do great builds. I love,
Oh yeah.
when CD said like, I like painting kits because I think that my paint schemes are better than the stock kit colors. I was like, it takes some cojones to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's true. If you know how to paint, you can make it look better than what the base
Dude, I love
color
the
is.
teal and orange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. And that looks great too. Oh, yeah, and the little effects over here. I just realized that. No, on the side. No, but that's one. Next up, friend of the channel, Talos Mobius.
My favorite Greek.
Yeah, there you go. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, anything that has to do with lore, especially through GBO2. Actually, yeah,
Yeah, mostly
it's like
GBO too.
he's a GBO2 and lore like professional. I mean, if you need any of that stuff, and he's at 97 subscribers, that is criminal. So if you're watching and you haven't subscribed,
And
do
he's one
so.
of the few guys that's still doing GBO2 content because I feel like a
Yeah.
lot of people have kind of jumped off the bandwagon, not
Yeah,
just because of Gundam Breaker 4, but like among that and other reasons. And Talos has always been, he's one of the most talented GBO2 players that is always willing to talk you through it and help you get better. Like if you're willing to listen, he's willing to tell like and he's patient with you. He's like, let's
Yeah.
hop into
I
a
know.
duel. I'm gonna walk you through how to properly counter a melee attack, and like, this mobile suit has melee priority 2, yours is melee priority 3. Don't do that. Like, he very,
Yeah,
very thorough guy.
yeah, no, it's like he's talented and super nice and very knowledgeable. I mean, he should run for president. I don't know.
Definitely should.
But yeah, check that out. Here's another one. I've always heard of this one, but never had followed. EA Gunpla.
EA Gunpla. I've watched plenty of his videos, and he does some of the best amazing work I've seen from a builder. And being that I can't paint, I can't spray paint, I can't do that because of I'm kind of limited where I live. But he's done him, and Ray Studios is another one
Oh yeah.
that I love watching.
Very high
You know,
quality.
very high quality things, and like you you can see just the way he just blends certain things together, and you're like, oh, this is cool. And he does mostly like kit bashes stuff too, and it's, kit bash is right up my alley as well.
And that tutorial where he walks you through scribing on just a piece of
Yeah.
plot plate, what I love is he messes up. He
Yep.
intentionally wrecks it and then shows you how to fix the mistakes.
Oh yeah, I think I remember you telling me
Yep.
about that, which
Beautiful.
is great because then when you see this stuff, it makes you feel like, oh, I can do that.
Exactly.
I didn't realize, I didn't even think about this. It's like I just scanned over a base, but painting and detailing a base makes way
Yeah.
more sense than I thought. And actually, Steven, you've been 3D printing bases
I know.
anyway, right?
I'm lazy compared to this. Like,
No. No. Okay, next up, Otaku Builder.
Otaku, yes. I'm
Okay,
familiar with him.
familiar with? Okay, cool. Yeah, I
Yes.
mean, I think the thumbnails look cool. I love the setup and everything. But yeah, this is a new one for me. And like the little mascot. Going
Yeah,
on.
he has his own little mascot and stuff. But he's another excellent
a
builder.
nice touch.
Yeah. And then this one, It's a Gunpla, another one that was sent in. Not too familiar with It's a Gunpla. You guys?
I've heard.
Oh yeah,
I've heard of it,
probably
Gunpla.
like as far as like English speaking gunplay YouTubers go, probably one of the top 3 airbrush painters in the country. Like,
Oh my gosh, this F90 looks awesome.
stunning work. I mean, come on, he has his own line of paints.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Is that
Yeah,
what
he
this
does.
is right there? Wow. Okay. That is interesting. Well, yeah, that's a new cool one. See, this is what's cool when people can submit things that they're into. Like you find new stuff all the time.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's see. Next up, Gunpla Luke. It was on Steven's channel interview with him. Yeah, learned a lot.
Oh
Learned a
yeah.
lot.
Another
Very,
he's the Talos Mobius of Gunpla, right?
yeah,
Because he's
right.
just willing to talk you through it and coach
Yeah.
you like
Exactly. There's that thing about the kindness, the knowledge, but also the skill.
Mhm.
Yeah, and and I need to hit him back up because I wanted to ask him about nub, reducing nubbage, right? And because he has a thing where you can reach out to him and he's willing to help you out and do stuff like that. So yeah, that's a cool one.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, Pencil Knights.
Yep.
This
It's my man.
Oh, okay. Yeah. This
I love
is
Pencil Knights. I didn't get a chance to meet him at the Gunpla Builders World Cup, but he was there. He had an entry. It was actually that Forbidden Gundam.
Which one is it?
Is it there?
The Full Mechanics?
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
it's
the
really
one.
neat how he has these graphics for like how to and all that. And I like the thumbnails because it's like he made his own box art essentially.
Yeah, how cool is that?
That is a
Yeah,
really good idea.
I watched the narrative one, and I was just like blown away by what he was capable of doing. I see
Yeah.
why he uses LEDs a lot, and I couldn't do that now, but maybe down the road I could try.
Oh yeah, I know. But the LED thing's fun. It
Yeah.
really is. Yeah, no, cool stuff. Let's see. And then is there anything else? Oh yeah, this another one, Gundam Kits Collection, which is funny
Oh, yeah.
because usually I know this from when I'm searching news
Right.
Yeah.
about Gunpla, and I didn't realize even though they haven't posted recently? Maybe that's not their main thing. Maybe it's the website.
I think it's Facebook, mostly Facebook
Oh,
and X. It's mostly Facebook.
okay, mostly.
Because that's where I get my
Ah,
news for what you call it, for like
Like
all the P Bandais and stuff like that. If other news comes out, because I have that and I have Gunpla Nerd as well, so I use
mhm.
that to get all
Gunpla
my
Nerd.
information,
Yeah,
and then I post whatever I could post for the Sick New York Instagram.
Yeah.
that's cool. That's cool.
And we've all used Gundam Kits collection without even thinking
Yeah,
about it.
yeah,
Yeah,
because you know it's real.
I know. Yeah, anytime when I'm about to have a show and I haven't had that much news or anything to talk about, I always hit that up. Anytime
Oh
I'm
yeah.
searching, yeah, they're up there in the SEO rankings. And okay, so let me.
Well, wait, before you move on, can
Yeah.
we give someone an honorable mention?
Oh yeah, of
Is
course.
Steb Gunpla, STEB. Um another criminally undersubscribed channel.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Yeah, 1.23 subscribers. Yeah, give them some love too.
but he does some fantastic tutorials. You know, on really like niche things. Like, for instance, that he has, you know, the rescribing mold lines. There's one where it's blending in decals, which this one's a great one because he, you know, lays down some water slides and then top coats them over and over until you can get enough extra top coat that you sand it down. And so then the decal blends into the plastic instead of,
You were telling me, so that was this channel.
yeah.
Okay. Interesting. It's so interesting how you'll find these Gunpla building techniques that you would never have thought of. And it's like, wow, how have I not heard of this? You know, and then it's someone with 1,000 subscribers is doing that. And it's like, oh, that's amazing.
Well,
Exactly.
can I mention somebody?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Well, you guys know I tagged you guys in his last video on X. So Mecha Chat,
Yeah.
Mecca, what was
Mecha
the
Chat,
chat?
Mecha Chat. Yeah, Chat. That's what it's called. Yep, there
Oh.
he is. Yeah, I've been watching.
Oh,
I've been
yeah.
watching his videos for the last 5 months. So he's very good. He's
Yeah.
like you in the UK, Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
no,
from
I
the UK.
recognize his face when yeah, I have come across his videos for sure. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
he's very honest, very open guy. You know, so
Yeah,
I, I
that's really
I-
cool.
I'm a new fan. I'm a new fan of his. So
Okay, yeah, that's very cool. Yeah, and I like that it's a lot of different stuff in seeing the Megaton Musashi Wired. So that's like a mecha game that I saw that it's like, oh, that's something, yeah, that I would cover for Gundam. So yeah, I like what's going on here.
Yeah.
we should reach out to him and get him on the
I
show
think
too. You
yeah,
know.
that's what I was thinking because it has that same sort of vibe because I remember watching some of his videos. Um any others? What about the Sieg New York YouTube channel?
I have nothing on there. Sorry, not
One
yet.
day, one
One
day.
day I will. One day, yeah, one day. Hopefully next year, because we did a lot this year, and next year is gonna hopefully be more bigger for us. And you know, everything takes time. You know,
But for
it
now,
takes
you
time and
direct
patience.
everyone to the Instagram.
I direct everything to the Instagram, which we're doing a 8 kit giveaway, and
Oh,
uh,
that's right.
you know, teaming up with Adam and Steven and Art Robo Gundam, giving away 8 kits.
Yeah, I mean, that's
So
an
as you can
absolutely
see,
insane. I'll be honest, I was the stingy one. I was like, "Guys, I'm not feeling the holiday spirit. Like, should we really give away 8 kits to somebody?" And,
yeah, I think we
Shadow was like,
should.
"Shut the"
No, that's pretty cool because it could be where okay, we can give out 8 different kits, but then it could
Yeah,
be, hey, what about one ultimate? You know,
Yeah,
uh, no,
ultimate prize pack. I love it.
yeah, that
yeah.
is pretty cool. And yeah, because you said Steven, you had the P Bandai.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna at least my contribution to
Oh,
it.
yeah, the
Yeah,
G line.
yeah, gotta get that G line in there, the
That's a good one.
0081, representation.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. Yeah, a
I
lot of
think we got a good a set group of kits to give away. You know, even if people don't want them, they could just give them to friends and stuff. But you know,
yeah.
like I said before, when I plan out giveaways with the guys, it's just like usually like you know we want to do something for everyone. You know, but that G line, I did want a G line, but somebody forgot to order it for me. Not going to say their name, but which you guys know the name. And he's probably in chat right now going, "Damn, why is he talking about that?" But,
Well,
Right. Are you
yeah.
going to enter your own giveaway to try and get this one?
oh yeah, there you go. With Zionic Shadow account. Yep.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to me.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I did enough. Speaking of P Bandai, I did enough damage on P Bandai, about $280 worth just before. So
So what's that,
It's
like 2
too
kits?
easy. Yeah.
yeah, that's like 2 kits. Yeah, that's like 2 high grades in an SD, bro.
No.
But yeah, so if anybody wants to join, participate in the giveaway, so this is what you guys are going to do. You're going to follow Sig New York Instagram. You're going to follow Adam. You're going to follow Steven at Art Robo Gundam. If you do not follow all 4, you are exempt from it. And you're going to share the reel. You're going to tag 3 friends in it in the comments below, and that's it.
That's good.
The easiest thing to do.
I know
And
for
you must live in the United States too. I'm sorry, I can't do overseas.
Nah, that makes sense. That shipping could be crazy. You know, it's really cool though to see the variety of kits because you have different universes in something random like the 7-Eleven bear guy.
Yeah, we
Another
got to throw 7-Eleven
vegan
in
kit.
there.
Steven,
Yeah,
you really made it unique.
Yeah, because that was another interesting one. Funny story about that kit is I actually got it by accident.
Oh,
Yeah, so I bought there's 2 different versions of the 7-Eleven bear guy. There's that one, and then there's the one that looks more like the Act guy, like that's got the
oh
mono
yeah.
eye. That's the one that I
Yeah.
ordered,
Seen that.
and they shipped this one instead.
Oh,
And
interesting.
then the one that I actually ordered came like 3 days later. So
Wow.
Wow.
so I
That's
was like,
pretty cool.
well, I mean, I guess we're
Yeah. No,
Well, we
that's
got an extra
cool.
kit for nothing then. So
Yeah, that's actually very nice.
no, you guys got an extra kit for nothing.
Oh, there you go. That's right.
I'm sorry.
Well,
Excuse me.
so next up, let's talk about some of the action figures and collectibles, maybe in general, that came out this year. So for me, huge Robot Spirits fan and a huge Zeta fan. So what's really cool about 2024 was all of the Zeta Robot Spirits. And you know, for instance, I actually have some here with me because like this has got to be one of my favorite toys. I'll just straight up say it. Toys is the Ver Anime Mark II because it is just like it looks in the anime where I first saw it. And I was like, dude, I remember when I first saw Zeta, saw this Mark II, and I was like, that is the best idea for the next Gundam, you know, because at that time I didn't know all the other stuff that was going on in between, like the 80 Gundams they made. But I was like, okay, Mark II just looks awesome because it's bigger budget. So they have these awesome designs going on. And then I just love where it comes with all the, effect parts. And you can totally kit it up. I have it with its ammo packs. It's got the gun holding the rocket and the Vulcan head thing. Like, I love this so much. But the other thing that, about these Zeta Robot Spirits is we finally get a super badass representation of the Hyzak, because I would always see the model kit out there. And I was like, it looks off compared to
goofy
these.
looking.
Yeah, compared to these newer action figures I'm buying, Robot Spirits or model kits, it's like I want a proper Hyzak. And then so when they showed this off, I was like, yes, I need to get this. And oh man, I love how this turned out. And I have my not the top of my shelf, but the top shelf is my Zeta shelf where I have the Psycho
Where it
Gundam
belongs.
in the background. I have like all my Robot Spirits and mixed in like there's not a Robot Spirits Big O yet. That's gonna be expensive. So I have the model kit, but I'm glad I'm able to put that on there. And it's really cool because soon I'll be able to put on the Earth Federation GM2.
Nice.
I pre-ordered it, and then when I had to go, which is actually right
I was
here,
gonna
Earth
say, that's
Federation.
this one, right? The red.
Yeah.
Yeah, the red
And
one.
what's cool about it is when I went to go, because it was a pre-order, and then when I went to go check out, I noticed it was more expensive than it should be, and I was like, oh, I pre-ordered 2. Good job, Adam. Because for these types of suits, I love to have multiples.
I've done that. I've done that before too with P Bandai.
Squad
Oh,
up.
yeah.
I squat up and I'm like, damn, like, all right. I was like, just just throw it in for the giveaway, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I think you did that with the Requiem for Vengeance kits. Like, how many did you end up buying? Because you gave out a lot.
So two for you, two for Steven, and then two for the giveaway. So I bought three Zaku's and three Gundam X.
Made a
Gundam
lot of people
X's.
happy, dude.
Yeah.
Because I would not have gotten it until I went to or actually, no, it came in the mail about a week ago, but then at the Gundam base, and
Mhm.
then this weekend at Target. So it's cool that they're showing up there now, finally.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
where I got your kits. I got your kits at the Gundam base in New York Comic Con.
So that would have probably been the first place to get it
Yeah.
at that
And
time.
you know what was funny? Not a lot of people were buying them. To be honest with you, I don't know.
That's
Like
interesting.
they walked right by them and they're just like, I'm just gonna go get this base limited edition.
And it's a shame because, like, honestly, like, we talked about it yesterday. They're such solid kits, like,
Yeah.
and tons of detail. Like, if you love, like, panel lining, not
Yeah.
scribing your own panel lining, but like just hitting it with the liquid, tons and
Yeah.
tons of panel lines.
And so especially the thing that I've learned to love is when there's a lot of little details that you can make, just getting some chrome or gold and just putting a little thing here or there. And I love that there's so much you can do on those.
Oh yeah, I've been rocking the metallic Sharpies on this guy.
Okay, so I need to do that because I just loaded up on Gundam markers, but I could probably save some money with some Sharpies. But anyway, it's just, I don't know about you guys, but when I look at this GM2, I love it because it's like the Mark II. It's the bigger budget version of the design of the GM. They can spend more time. They're not going to be restricted by, it has to be as kiddie as you can make it. They can go out and make it, let's make it look as machined as possible. And oh yeah, because you get the color separation under the feet, the antenna on the back, which will probably fall off easily. Yes, and
Cement that down.
yeah, the effect parts too.
I think that my favorite part about the GM2 over the original GM is that the front skirt is split into two plates instead of being joined.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's look at that.
So it looks a little bit more like the Gundam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I see what you
You
mean.
can tell.
Yeah, that is a better look.
I
Yeah,
like
and it looks
the
like it's
posing
that
is really
similar.
good too.
Oh yeah, because the Mark II was doing that as well. Yeah. Okay, let's look at some others real quick. Yeah, and I love when you see the face of the Mark II. You don't normally see it in that proportion, in that look. So I just love how that just
I mean, look
evokes
at, like, if you're gonna do like the Virgin Chad meme, the Hyzak and the GM are both looking off like they don't want to make eye contact with you, but the Gundam Mark II is like, say something.
Yeah, yeah, I know. That's a good point. I love it. It works. Yeah, that is cool. Let's see, and then some other releases that and actually most of what people put were interestingly enough the robot spirits. I think because a lot of people that follow me are into robot spirits because a lot of my early content and currently I do a lot of robot spirits reviews. So, but getting the Rick Diaz, even both versions, very awesome that they did that. Titan's
Yeah.
version of the Mark II. Okay, let's go back up to yeah, this is pretty cool. Armor Ray's DJ, and this is the cost signature. I didn't grab it, but that seems like something I would grab.
That color looks a lot better than the anime color, the teal and blue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were telling me about that, and I do agree. It kind of works there. Yeah, this
Well, that's his personal one though.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's his personal one.
And then the Goof flying test type Jaburo based version. That's awesome. It's just it gets to be where I can't get them all.
No, especially not that metal build Zeta.
I
What was that?
know.
That one's like 300, isn't it?
Yeah, the pre-orders came
Yep.
out this year, so I guess that can count. And it just looks amazing because you're seeing the metallic sheen, you're seeing the real type markings. It's yeah, that's great. Okay, going to this is one that was featured, which or someone put in the poll. This one looks incredible, but what 36 300 yen? That's probably what like around $300 too. I'm guessing. I don't know, but I mean,
Yeah.
I don't normally get 00 stuff, but this looks sick, especially the chest thing going on. With
Yeah,
the,
how did they do that?
yeah, I wonder. I mean, because it's metal build, so it's probably a little bigger. So they probably have some sort of electronic mechanism inside for that. But even seeing like the arm shield blade things going on, I mean, this just looks sick.
A
Even
lot
though I
of
don't
swords.
normally get 00 stuff, you know. Yeah, it reminds me of that Seed Eclipse Master Grade, like
Yeah.
how that looks really cool. It's very edgy, and it kind of reminds me of that, where it's taking it to the extreme of like the angles and all that. Hey, Zionic, have you bought any robot spirits or action figure Gundam Universe? I know you said you had the new.
I have the new. I have the real type marking new. I have the G3 from Target exclusive
Oh,
because the G3 is my favorite.
I remember. Yeah.
Um, I got the Sazabi. I'm
Oh,
looking at it right now. I got the Sazabi. The G3's up there. I got the Char figure,
oh,
and
That's awesome.
that's about it. Yeah, I got that Char figure. That's about it.
and
And
that's
then
that
Or
Mega
again,
House brand, right?
I was gonna say
that's
you also got
that's
me
the
that
small one.
NX Edge Nightingale.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thanks to Nightingale. I have Kaiju number 8 in the corner over there. Choo Choo's all the way on top,
Oh,
as
cool.
usual. Got Unit 2, what's the name? 02 over here. And what's her name from Guggen Lagann? I forget
Yeah,
her
I don't know.
name. I forgot her name. Like that, like so, like I'm bad with names sometimes, even in
Yeah,
anime.
I get it. I get it.
But
Anime names are tough, but
anime
that's
names,
cool.
so
It's cool though that you have some figures because again, a lot of times when I talk with people online about Gundam or stuff, more people are about the Gunpla than they
Yeah.
are the figures, and
yeah,
I think
we're all
it's
about that. I have it here. I have it all down here. I have it like right next to me. I have a huge backlog. There's
yeah.
no room.
No, I get it. But yeah, it's cool because I feel like a lot of why I buy the action figures is because I've always kind of been an action figure collector, and it's just like Gundam kind of represents the ultimate action figure, how they make them. And yeah, when I got that new at the Gundam base, I did not this to me, and I have to do a video of it because I think this is the best proportioned new Gundam I have seen. It makes it look better than the real grade. And I thought the real grade was the best real grade at the time, but the way the head is proportioned with everything, the gold accents and everything, I this I used to have the Robot Spirits new, but this is my favorite. I didn't even buy the metal Robot Spirits new because
Wow.
I I just like this one so much. So
Well, I also got some in the box in my closet. I have
oh,
Johnny Ryden's not Galgoot, his wow, I'm drawing a blank. His Zaku.
Oh
I
oh,
yeah,
have
the
that.
Hymo.
Robot Spirit, yeah, the high mobility Zaku. I have that, and I have Shars
oh,
as well. So those are the two. Those are like actually like when I first started getting back into Gundam. Those were the first two things I actually bought before I started building.
oh,
And
okay.
yeah,
You
I
knew what
had
to
those.
get.
I just I don't know. I think I bought them from Big Bad Toy Store.
Yeah.
I think that's where I bought both of them was from Big Bad Toys. Everybody always starts out at Big Bad Toys, and then it's just like you just start get your own place where you get your hookups from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where I got. So I got the Mark II version Katoki Defensor set, Robot Spirits.
The G Defensor.
Yeah, yeah, and it was at Big Bad Toy Store. Yeah, the only place that still had it like for sale without the inflated price, but it was still too expensive. But they had it on clearance because I think no one
Oh,
knew to get it,
okay.
and it was just like the universe was speaking to me. They're like, "Adam, this is the time," and I was like,
It
"Yes."
was see the thing is with Big Bad Toy Store when I stopped buying from them, it was like some of their stuff was just like out of proportion expensive. It's like,
Yeah,
I have no problem spending money, but if it's like, man, if I want a kit, get a kit, and like I buy a lot from the Gundam place in Atlanta, and uh, they're great people, over there. They know who I am, obviously. They know who everybody is, And it's just the fact it's like if I look at your website and you have this kit and it's a crazy price, and then I go to another website where it's a lot less and the shipping is $10 the most, like I'm gonna get it from you because I remember a couple times I went to Big Bad to look to see what they have, and I'm like I just go to Luna Toy Store and order it from
Yeah.
there and pay $5 flat shipping and it'll come in 4 days because I live in New
Yeah.
York. I'm 20 minutes, I'm a half hour away from the store, so it's gonna get shipped to me either or. But it's just like I hate when I see like these, like sometimes I look at like places like I'm not bad mouthing anybody. I'm not,
Right.
I'm gonna say names. I'm like sometimes at USA Gundam store, like I'll see a certain kit or a certain something for this price, and I'm like, man, that bothers me, And then I just go to another shop, and it's like, oh, it's so much cheaper. And I see another place that's so much cheaper. But I understand everybody makes up their own prices. It's the way of business. I understand business really well. You know, I have family-owned companies, so it's
Yeah.
it's it's where you pick your poison, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I would be exactly when I'm online and I want to buy a kit, and I think these owners need to know this. Like I'm checking different
Mhm.
stores.
Yeah. I
So
mean, they have to. Believe me, we know.
and that's why, like,
We
Art Rovo doing that, free shipping if you buy 2 or more makes sense, because
Yeah.
then it's like, oh, I can maximize something there.
Yeah.
But it's funny going back to Big Bad Toy Store. That's an example of, okay, if there's a certain action figure I'm looking for, that's one of the stores I will check just in case it does happen to have it on clearance. And I forget, it was either, I know this isn't Gundam related, but I'm going to show it. It's the Destroyer from Godzilla versus Destroyer. I think it was that one, or maybe the Mecha. One of them, nowhere else had it for sale anywhere. And if
Yeah.
I went on their website and filtered to that brand, it wouldn't show up. But if I searched Big Bad Toy Store and that, it would show up. And it's the normal price. So think about that sometimes with your favorite store. Search the store and the item, and it might show up there because it's not in the store's actual search results. Which you might know a lot about that, Stephen, when it comes to.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't have your tag filtering set up correctly, then yeah, you might have better SEO from a search than you would like on your own
On this.
website.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
So.
All right, let's look. Any others? Oh yeah, the Metal Robot Spirits. That's right. I wanted to look at these because
Oh my goodness, they already have a G-Quax Metal Robot Spirit.
Yeah, that's right. Yannick brought it up in chat the other day, and I totally forgot to bring it up. That they're already
they're going balls to the wall with this quack.
And to start from, so these again are things that I would buy if I budgeted correctly or could afford it in the first place with everything else. Because again, I'm not a huge. You guys, I feel like I always preface with I'm not a huge Seed guy, but
I love the Justice in that color.
I
just love it in that color. I love it in that color.
Remember, Stephen, yesterday we were talking about the blues, how sometimes like with the
you're gonna bring it up again. You don't like purple.
Exactly, like this.
Well, here we go. I'm not refereeing this fight, okay, guys? I'm just gonna sit here and watch. I'm spectating.
But this other one,
this blue is fantastic.
No, it's really cool how they did that. And that came out in January, which is cool that they planned it around the time of the film. And I would have loved to have got it, but like again, I think they also had and we might see it up here, the Freedom.
I like the free. Listen, I love that green army look and that Freedom. I tell you, if that was in the anime when it first came out, I'd probably be hooked to it.
Yeah.
But I do like aesthetics from Destiny.
Yeah.
I like the suits from Destiny. I think a lot of people do, no matter how much shit people talk about Seed.
Right. And so another cool one is this S Gundam Plus booster unit. So this was a re-release, but like,
and what's crazy is like the Gunpla, they have not re-released this as a high grade. Like the booster unit S Gundam,
No, they haven't.
It's the same one from like 1988 or 1989.
Wow.
They've come out with a new high grade of the robot, but not of the booster unit. So
the regular Sentinel Gundam they came out with.
Yeah.
And I guess the reason I didn't get it is a lot of times when I'm choosing what to buy, it's like, well, how much let me go back. How much like context do I have with liking this. Okay, did I just lose where I was? I think I
Was
did.
it in a new tab?
Oh,
there you go.
Well, let's see. Let me go back up here. Okay, yeah.
There it is.
Because a lot of times it's like I'm like I have to like the show it comes from, or sometimes can I associate a music with it. For instance, kind of unrelated but kind of related, the Indiana Jones game that just came out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, to be honest, if it wasn't Indiana Jones, I wouldn't care for it. But it evokes what we saw as a kid watching those movies. There was nothing like it. We wanted to be like him, and nothing else ever came out like that. And I think Uncharted was pretty close,
Yeah.
to that. But playing this game, it's like, wow, I really do feel like I'm in an indie thing, and I'm feeling all indie, and it's awesome. And so a lot of times when I choose what I'm going to put my money towards, it's like, what other context do I have that it brings me that kind of joy, that that feeling. And then yeah, some more Destiny stuff that came out, and a lot of Destiny
Yakushiki.
stuff. In fact, with the Akatsuki,
Yeah.
one of those. Let's see, the Hakushiki
The
full armor.
Yakushiki.
That
A
was
lot
cool.
of gold.
And then this Red Wing Gundam Zero, which I think our mod Ian got this one, and I think this is supposed to represent a certain entry in, or a certain
This was
part.
for sale at to Nominations in New York, actually. I think that they had like a limited supply, but
Oh, okay.
Well,
it
and
sold out.
it's a commemorative piece, right? Because it's
Yeah,
the
because
50th.
Yeah,
think
50th exclusive.
Tuesday in our group, Tuesday build model kits. I think
Oh yeah.
he one who mentioned it to me that he wanted to get it, but I think it was sold out.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah. I mean, that's a cool one. And Force Impulse. Okay, this Z Plus
So awesome.
A1, A2, C1, C2 compatible version. So when we were talking, Stephen, about like the difference between them, does that mean this comes with different pieces to have all the different variants?
It does. Yeah. I mean, and the
Yeah.
biggest giveaways,
Crotch.
that we always talk about the crotch piece.
Yeah.
And the backpack is there's a significant change in the backpack because the C1 has like a booster backpack, whereas the standard just has wings.
Okay, so it has like the boosters here, and so I
Yeah.
guess so
Yeah.
that is
And it has a
pretty
beam
cool
cannon
because
on the
I'm just
forehead. It has the beam
realizing
cannon
it
on the
now.
forehead too.
What's that?
It has the beam cannon on the forehead. I mean the Zeta cannon on the forehead.
Yeah. So
It has
that's
that
cool.
in
I'm
the
just
piece.
realizing it now that it does this, and I think this is supposed to be compatible with the boosters from the S Gundam. Also, okay.
Yeah. So that you
Which
can make the
Yeah.
hummingbird.
okay, man. So it's like total buying all that would be pretty expensive, but at the same time, I think it has a lot of value to it because there's really a lot that you could recreate from
It-
a line that people love or a story that people love that doesn't necessarily get a lot of love.
Exactly. I mean, like
Of course.
Sentinel is Advance of Zeta before Advance of Zeta.
Oh yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, that is. Would you say Advance of Double Zeta, or does it happen after Double Zeta?
I think it's happens at the same time.
Same time. Okay,
Yeah.
I knew it was something like that. Okay.
I think it's same timeline. I mean, not timeline. They same time.
Yeah, same time. Okay. Zia. Okay, and then we're getting into 2025. Yeah, things that are coming out. Which
Yeah.
this looks sick. Proud Defender. And I guess that's supposed to be with the Mighty Strike Freedom with all of its stuff on. Again, seed, but and it's kind of fantastical because of the gold and all that.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's almost like, like there's NASA punk, but this would be like future punk. You know what I mean? Where it's like, it almost looks like it's realistic, but it still has like the futuristic aesthetic to it,
Well, because like the Wing Zero from Endless Waltz kind of has like the feather wings, and that looks a little more fantasy. This
Right.
is like a more grounded version of that, where it's like it's still
Yeah.
ostentatious, but makes a little bit more sense. If you don't
Especially
have
gold being used, because I'm not a scientist, but I read the internet and I hear that gold is used it can be used for like satellites and aircraft. It helps with that, some
Highly
stuff.
conductive material. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it's, yeah, honestly, you can use gold in, like, guitar parts, like, there's the gold-plated cables that you use for,
Interesting.
yeah.
I did not know that.
Mhm.
So a gold guitar would be awesome. A completely gold guitar, gold strings. This is all now coming to me. No. Um, and I just love the katana. We were talking about it yesterday. Real world weapons in a giant mech. I
Oh, yeah.
mean,
Well, and it's like you love the combo. I love when, whether it's a mecha or whether it's just an anime character. I love when they have a combo of like one sword and like one beam saber, or like just a mix. I think one great example is from that anime Inuyasha, where the villain Sesshomaru has two swords. He's got like the Tokijin, and then he has what is it? The Tenseiga. So he's got like two swords. Ironically, he only has one arm, so like I don't know what two swords does for you, but each one has like its own unique properties.
what is this called again?
Inuyasha.
Okay, I might have to check that out. That actually sounds pretty cool.
I think I
Oh yeah.
watched that.
Oh, you've watched that? You said?
I think I watched it. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of anime too. So
Oh, okay.
Actually,
So
I think Inuyasha got a shout out from Megan the Stallion a few weeks
oh
ago. I
yeah,
was like,
yeah,
that's random.
yeah.
what?
That's so random.
This is one that I should have got, but it's funny. I have the model kit and I detailed it all up, even putting the red where you see the red here on the nipples, technically, and the decals and everything. Um, it's just having the metal. Okay, what is going on? But having the metal uh, robot spirits version would just be great because because it would just be a lot more sturdy of a structure. Even though I have the Hazen Fleet, high grade, this is a lot sturdier, but again, it's all that money, you know?
And these, because it's an Advance of Zeta kit, like there's a bunch of parts that are compatible between this and some of the other
Yeah.
Hazels, aren't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I have the Hazel, and then I bought the Harududu set, and then the Wound Wart, and then they all you can, and that's okay. That's actually something that's pretty cool because it's like you can make up your own Advance of Zeta like loadout, which is actually a
Yeah.
pretty good idea. I might try to do that and make a video like with Robot Spirits, not a Gunpla, but here's a custom loadout, make a story and all that. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
gonna try to
man.
remember that. And I love that has the sub arms doing its thing here. Love it.
Always a
Like this
nice
is a cool
touch.
suit. And this was one that, when I was last playing GBO2, I was always loving to use this suit just because of the different melee options it had.
Yeah.
And that's about it for, the action figures and all that. So, yeah, we'll just chat here for a little bit. So, coach, what are
Oh
some
boy.
things this year in 2024 that have to do with Gundam? It could be either actually, you do have to get to the shows and movies parts.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, there you go. See now.
okay. So
I was
just
gonna say that.
I'll get back to you on that. So let's do that real quick because it's not too much. It's
Yeah.
basically, and all the entries were the Freedom movie, Requiem for Vengeance, right?
Vengeance.
Right.
Which, to be honest, that is awesome to get in one year. So I can't complain. And between the both of them, again, not being a Seed fan, I did enjoy watching Freedom, and I even took my wife and youngest when we went to see it in the theater. I thought it was enjoyable because it is action packed. And the other part that I really liked about it was I think the reason like I got into Destiny is because I love the Shin character. And so in Freedom, they gave Shin this whole arc that really didn't have to do with anything else, but it's not like he had to be in any sort of life-threatening drama. It was more of just him as this pilot kind of almost being domesticated, and I think that was a really cool angle for the character to go. Richie, do you follow Seed or did you watch Freedom at all?
Yeah, I watch everything. So
Oh,
I'm on
nice.
top of everything. I'll be honest, like see Destiny, Shin in my opinion was a bitch. So but when Seed Freedom came out, this is like kind of him redeeming himself because he does say when during the battle, he says the justice was holding me back.
Yeah.
So when he said that is just like, but you know what's funny too about back to the Gunpla, the new Destiny with the Zeus unit in the anime and in the movie, the joints were glowing red,
Yeah.
and the new Destiny, well, it's just a remold of it, but a different color. They don't have that, and that was cool. When I was like, that's not a lot of people caught on to it because he was
I
wilding
didn't.
out doing his thing, but if you look closely, the joints in the Destiny start glowing, and this red, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. I'm surprised like nobody in Gunpla has noticed that or tried to do that. But I'm gonna
Yeah.
do
Yeah, you
it.
should,
So
man. Yeah, because I
I
haven't
have an
even paid
idea for
attention.
that. So
I'll
I
have to
have
watch
an
it.
idea for that. So
Yeah,
um,
Steven, what were your thoughts on Freedom?
I was a little bummed that the Destroy Gundam got mollywopped a little early on in the in the
Oh,
movie. I was like,
yeah,
"Come
that was
on,
sad.
man!"
That
you
was
know,
sad.
as big and bad as it was in
yeah,
Destiny, seeing it get just kind of bodied in the first 10 minutes of the movie was kind of like, "Oh man," But no, I think that Shin got a sweet little redemption arc.
Yeah.
Definitely. Uh, and I don't know. I liked him in Destiny because he's the seed Camille, right? Like,
No.
but I don't know. He still didn't quite get the
Atherin's always my
happy ending that
favorite.
Camille did.
Atherin's always my favorite. Hey, just to watch Atherin beat the crap out of Jesus Yamato, that was my favorite part because he was acting like a baby, and sometimes you got to do that to your friends. Sometimes it just beat the friendship into them. Make
yeah.
them
I gotta
understand a different
say,
way.
no,
you know?
that's a really good point because I feel like they they did. I don't know how to explain it, but it's almost like they wrote the characters how they should be. Because as
Yeah,
much as Kira's like this favorite, oh, he's Jesus, he's his badass, but Atherin secretly is really the more badass in terms of like down to earth. He gets it,
Yeah,
and then he kind of lets Jesus do his thing, but then he's like, okay, come on, you know.
he's and everyone who watches Dragon Ball Z has the same vibes off of Kira and Atherin as they do with Goku and Vegeta. Like
Oh,
everyone likes
yeah,
Vegeta
same
more
thing.
because
that's a good point.
He
Yeah.
understands. He understands. That's why he
he
understands.
gets it. It's like you compare that to the Cell games in Dragon Ball Z where it's like Goku is sending his son to go fight Cell and everyone's like, what?" Whereas Vegeta's
Really?
like, "No, my son gets to stay back. I'm gonna fight Cell."
Hmm.
Yeah, that's see Dragon Ball Z. I tell you, that's I think something I did this year where my son got me to play one of the games and the story was unfolding, and I was like, oh, interesting. But
Wait, you didn't skip the cutscenes?
no, or did I?
You are a
Actually,
criminal
I
cutscene
think
skipper.
I know it's
Oh
pretty
man.
bad. Um, but anyway, so yeah, to end with Freedom, I think that turned out really great, especially for Gundam, because it's like a competent film. It wasn't anything cheesy or laughable or anything, but also how quickly they're like, oh, here's a prequel coming out.
Yeah,
So I wonder
that's
if it
interesting.
was more they were working on it already, or they just had some extra stuff for the staff. It was successful. They already had this team. They're like, yeah, let's just
Yeah.
work on some more stuff. And I think that's good. I
Yeah,
think
they'll just. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying it would be funny if they just like tease us for this prequel and then it doesn't come out for another 20 years.
Oh
You
yeah.
know? And we're
They
all
pull a
sitting in the
live action
retirement
movie
home.
on us.
Yeah, we're all sitting there in the retirement home at 60 going, I remember when this came out a long time ago.
It's
You
funny
know?
because when I was getting into Gundam, that was kind of an ongoing little joke with Seed. Was this movie
Yeah.
or other series I forget was supposed to come out and it was just never coming out.
Yeah.
And then it did, yeah. And then yeah, so moving on to Requiem for Vengeance. Again, a cool surprise because it's like, okay, we're getting this Unreal Engine 5 CGI based Gundam. And I love it because it's Universal Century, 1 Year
Yeah.
War. I love the design of the Gundam EX. Like, it's not just, oh, that's a cool design. No, to me, like, no, that is a badass like Gundam design because it's military machine for me,
But it's
in
scary
really
too.
what's that?
It's scary too. It looks
Yeah.
like a skeleton,
Yeah,
you know?
skeleton, Jason mask. It has
Yeah.
the scar, the damage later on. The only problem I have with it, which I can get over, but it's because I like to spread Gundam to get people into things. is the people, the CGI people, because
Yeah, man.
everyone I talk to, like, that's not into Gundam, like, even my wife couldn't stand it. She's like, "Are these people really gonna look like this?" You know? And I was like, "Yeah, I know, it's hard," but then she liked the story, and it actually she watched the whole thing and liked it, and she loved the ending. And I know a lot of people didn't, but even my dad, I think my dad might have started it, but the CGI people again, and I get it. It's you have to, and I wonder, and it's funny because it's not like this is necessarily aimed for younger people, but I would assume a younger generation is more used to seeing CGI talking
Yeah.
and could get used to it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was just disappointing because, you see so many video games that seem to have better, lip syncing and better facial animations than what we got from Requiem. So it was a little disappointing in that regard, but the easiest way to get over it is to just throw it in Japanese and read the subtitles, and
Yeah.
then it doesn't matter if it syncs up with the with the
That's
voices
true,
or
because
not.
then you're really paying attention to when the action happens, and that's really well done. I mean, that
Yeah.
is they could put that into the anime. Yeah, like, Silver Phantom, which we brought up in video games, even though it also has a story, but I was telling you yesterday, I feel like a lot of people missed out because I could technically say that was a movie that
Yeah,
came out this year.
Yeah.
But I think because of the nature of if I want to watch it again, I have to put on the headset, get in the right position. Oh, my controllers aren't synced again. What the heck? And then get it going and then get into it. And then after a while, it's uncomfortable. But that
Yeah.
had a pretty good story. And it did the thing where it would have traditional animation
yeah.
with the CGI or the polygons of the engine. So I think there's potential there, like for something, and even Seed does it, but what they do with the CGI, like in Seed or Cuckoo's Dolan's Island, is they try to use some shading in a way to make it look like it's part of the animation.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what if they went all out? What do you think? If they go all out, Unreal Engine 5 for the battles, but hand drawn or animation for the people? The scenery couldn't be realistic. They would have to do like matte painting looking backgrounds.
Yeah. Hmm.
It
Yeah.
probably couldn't
Um,
work, right?
I mean, I
I'm
can tell
kind of
I can
half and
tell you that
half.
they're already going the opposite direction because if you look at and I'm sure you guys can find it on YouTube, the leaked footage that has been airing at the Gundam Expo, the like next pavilion, how they've been showing the previews for was it ALC?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Hmm.
The character that they're using, that the Lala Shar and Amuro characters, they are very clearly CG characters that have been shaded, like toon shaded, to look
Oh
like
yeah.
they're 2D drawings. But I have to say they look fantastic. Like,
Yeah.
so that's kind of again, to add to the disappointment of Requiem for Vengeance, is like clearly you guys can do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And so I think Requiem for Vengeance could be an example of an experiment, and so could the ACL or whatever that's called, which is another thing that I guess
So
that got released this year, right? Like a short
I don't
or
know if the
not?
short came
'Cause
out. I mean,
I
they
think it was
definitely have.
like if you went to the place, like they were playing it,
Yeah.
unless that was just like a preview.
I think I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I don't know. But
Yeah, it's like Char watching on his phone as Lala is doing like a TikTok dance or something. I don't know.
yeah. Oh yeah, I know. But so that's pretty cool how the year started with freedom and ended with Requiem for Vengeance. I think that's pretty good. So going back to my question from before, Richie, what is something this year in Gundam that you liked? It could be anything, even if
uh,
it's just you at Gundam base.
uh, it was going to the Gundam base. That was another thing. That was a big thing this year. But I was happy that the Ultron came out. The Dragon Gundam
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
also is coming on its way. Like majority of P Bandai's, I was very very happy about. Like the sword Calamity Gundam. Um, what else? Couple others I can't think of right now, but majority the Gunpla I was happy about.
yeah.
I was happy to watch See Freedom, Requiem for Vengeance. Mostly the story and the mobile suits and the mobile suit battles were most of the things that I like to watch. And I'm going to say this, and that Goof Custom is the MVP of Requiem for Vengeance.
We
Yeah.
need that kit.
I can't wait for that to get a
Yeah,
something.
I want that. I want that to come out. Like I'm thinking, see, this is why me and Steven are friends. We think the same. So it's like I want a kit of that. Like they come out with the Requiem for Vengeance, like Goof custom. It's like I want to build an entire army of them. That's
Yeah, you know what? If they
one
come
thing I
out with
want.
one, I would do a diorama of it stabbing through the back of a
Yeah,
Gundam EX. That would be a cool diorama.
the MVP shot. So
Yeah. No, cool. Well, yeah, no, that's good. Good stuff. And yeah, thanks for being on Zionic Shadow. Check the link in the description for Sieg New York, but also the crew of Sieg New York is there as well. Yeah,
Yep.
thanks for being on. This was awesome, and it's your birthday,
no
so
problem.
that it's like
Yep.
kind of cool how that worked out. And
Yeah.
yeah, that concludes this part 2 of the Year in Gundam 2024. This is a cool experiment I wanted to try out, and I think the plan is do it again next year, make it bigger in terms of just more to celebrate,
Yeah, drop your comments and suggestions down below, because
yeah, that's a good idea.
we want to
Make
obviously
improvements.
bring more people into it, bring more feedback into it, and
Yeah.
make it something that we love and appreciate everything Gundam for the year.
Yeah, no,
Definitely.
totally. And Robert Westfall with his happy early holidays, everyone. Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, to everyone out there. Yeah, it's that time of
Definitely.
year. Happy holidays. Hopefully everyone's pretty cool. And if you're feeling down, grab a Gunpla, watch a video on our channels.
Watch 0080.
No, and but no, really, and I'll
Wow.
try to do some streams, on the weekends. I try to do those. So if you want to tune in to, something to keep your spirits up, because I know how it can get on the holidays. But yeah, I could keep going with an exit so I'm just gonna stop here. Thanks everybody. Have a good one. We'll talk later.